Membership has arrived on our YouTube channel. When you sign up as a member, you will get these exclusive perks. Loyalty badges that change color as your membership progresses. You will also get early access. This means you will get to watch all my new ghost investigation videos before the rest of the world. There will also be member-only live streams where you and I will chat about ghosts, my show, and everything under the sun. In addition to these perks, you will also get exclusive member-only videos, emojis, discount on events and merchandise, and a shout-out by yours truly in selected videos. Click join to become a member today. Membership has arrived on our YouTube channel. When you sign up as a member, you will get these exclusive perks. Loyalty badges that change color as your membership progresses. You'll also get early access. This means you will get to watch all my new ghost investigation videos before the rest of the world. There will also be member-only live streams where you and I will chat about ghosts, my show, and everything under the sun. In addition to these perks, you will also get exclusive member-only videos, emojis, discount on events and merchandise, and a shout out by yours truly in selected videos. Click join to become a member today. Hey everyone, I hope this is working, man. It's the first time I'm doing my stream by myself, so I'm using the software, right? So usually I would stream live, straight from YouTube itself, but this time I'm using a software, and it's a little complicated, but I did a dry run earlier and it seems good. Okay, so if you guys can hear me, please leave a comment in the chat. All right, that would be great if you can do that. Um, we have a lot of you leaving comments right now. I'd like to say hello to Roy, also to um, our members on YouTube. I hope I'm getting your username right. It's Mr. CJXD1, and also to Effectively. If you guys don't know, Effectively is actually Shakil, who works on the show. And who else do we have here? We got Marv Reds. We also have got Iri Hendra. She says, hi guys. And then you guys are talking about chicken rice, the cost of chicken rice. Chicken rice, man. I'll just like to say this is one of my favorite dishes. I always order chicken rice, the drumstick, and it's got to be steamed. Nothing else will do. And yeah, so somebody was asking how much is the membership on YouTube. It is $7, and the reason why I priced it like that is because YouTube, of course, takes a percentage. They take what, 30%, right? So that leaves us with $5, and this goes into the production of the show. It goes into the ghost investigations that we do, and of course, in the long run, what I want is, obviously, if we can do this full time, that'd be great, right? And it's also to give jobs, to the people that are working so hard to bring this to you. All right, so I do want to do that. So of course that's the the dream that I have. Tan KL, you say loud and clear. Are you in Singapore or are you across the causeway in Kuala Lumpur? Rahim, oh, I think I know you. Is this the Rahim that I know? The one that sells chicken rice? Yeah, if you are Rahim, let everybody know where your stall is, if this is the Rahim I'm thinking about. Okay, so this new live stream that we came up with, right, is it's called Aftermath, and Aftermath is when we talk about what went on in the episode that you guys just watched. So that was the MacRitchie ghost hunt. So I'm going to talk about that in just a bit. I'm going to bring you all through the sequence of how it came about and what we went through that night itself. It's quite possibly one investigation that I would never ever forget because there's so much was going on. Okay, so how we came about to doing MacRitchie Reservoir, right, is, well, we were supposed to go somewhere else, and then we couldn't get like the permits that we needed. So on the day itself, we said, okay, let's go to MacRitchie Reservoir. We didn't do our homework, right? So usually I would read up as much as I can about the location, try to map out everything, but I didn't have that luxury with MacRitchie. So I figured like, okay, we've done this before, like years and years ago, right? I've done this before. So there wouldn't be an issue, with exploring a place just like that. So I said, okay, we'll go there and we'll shoot. So Shakil, he lives in my block, right? And I got on his motorbike, he dropped me off, and I did like the day shots with the main camera that we use on the show. And while I was doing that, Shakil went off to pick up Asa from the nearest MRT, also on his motorbike, brought him back, and then so we was separated. Shakil and Asa, right, we call him AZ, were at another location in the park, and then I was exploring. And I when I took that opportunity to learn more about the place, to get the feel of the energy, because that's important. That's why I love doing the day shots now. Like I can pick out areas that go like, okay, there will most probably be something here, or maybe this side may not, but then we'll try our luck. So I was learning about the place, like, okay, this is where we should walk to. But I quickly identified that the Limbo Seng tomb would be the first place that we would start off for the night, and then I figured like, okay, the nature trail seems kind of spooky even in the day, so if we could do something at night there, that'd be great. I just didn't know where this trail will lead us. I knew that we would hopefully approach a boardwalk, and then I said, okay, then we will walk along the boardwalk, and then we'll see where it will bring us. I had really no idea, all right? Um, I had no idea where we would end up, so that itself was great. And then so we finished the day shots. We went off and we did the what the hell did we do? Yeah, we had dinner. We had dinner at Upper Thompson Road, and I won't even mention the name of this place because the food wasn't really good. And then we got back. I think we got back to MacRitchie close to midnight. Then I did my intros, which was I didn't have a script written out, right? So it was just me repeating stuff over and over again till we got the right takes, and then we said, okay, we will do our investigation. We will start. So we did at Limbo saying. At first, it was very quiet, right, and then it was very chill. Yeah, it was very chill, and effectively donated $6.98 through super chat. Oh, thanks, dude. Thanks, man. Dinner on me tomorrow. Okay, because this when it popped up, right, there was this bell that was in my ear. Okay, so where was I? So yeah, we did Limbo saying, and then it was very quiet. Then suddenly, we could smell this flowery scent. I go like, okay. In my head, right, I was thinking like, I'm at this man's tomb. I don't know whether his remains are actually in the tomb, but what's going to happen now? Is a Pontianak going to show up? Because they always say, right, if you smell this frangipani scent, the Pontianak will show up. I say, okay, great. I would love for the Pontianak to show up now, and then we can wrap the episode like really quick. Like everything happened in that hour. But it seemed to be attracted to AZ because it was next to AZ when we moved towards him, and like, okay, we could. Somebody says there's a dark figure behind me. Okay. So, yeah, then after that, the scent went away. So I was like, okay, we can't do anything else here. So then we moved on. And then so we moved on, and then we went to the jetty area. I figured, like, this is something I didn't mention in the episode, but that little jetty that we were at was like the exact location where they found the body of a young lady. I think she was in the 20s. So that was the exact location, right? So I was hoping that we would be able to communicate with her, but then again there was nothing. So we moved on. So we went on a nature trail. I know that MacRitchie Reservoir has got a lot of wild boars. Okay, so that's the thing I was afraid of because it was so bloody dark, and I didn't. Of course, we don't want to be attacked by any wildlife, right? And so we were very careful about that. We moved as slow as we could, and then after that we came upon the boardwalk trail, right? So we walked along the boardwalk. Everything seemed okay at first. And then I remember, right, maybe like an hour into this walk. It was a very long walk. I think to lose weight, right, doing what I do is like the way, man, because it is difficult, man, with the amount of trekking that we're doing, especially for this season. I don't remember us doing this before. Okay, I just got a scent of something. It's okay. Let's go on. So yeah, so we approached a bench, right? Just to take a short break. I think somebody needed to change batteries, and then little did we know, right? When I looked down, because AZ was already sitting on the bench, it was just filled with ants. Like these black ants was like all over, and I learned that Shakil, he's afraid of ants, right? So he's got his phobia, man. And so he couldn't pick up anything that was on the bench, and then yeah, it was a bit of hysteria. Nora, Natalia, you just gave $1.48. Thank you so much, Natalia. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, so that was a really, really long walk. And then after that, we started hearing all these weird, weird sounds. Like, I don't know about the other two, right? But so I speak for myself here. Um, I heard grunting, right? And it wasn't like a wild boar, but I was hoping it is a wild boar, that kind of thing. And the thing about this boardwalk, either you, if you go to the left, you're gonna fall into the forest area. If you move a little to the right, you're gonna be in the water, and so it was just really difficult to navigate through, and it just kept getting louder and louder and louder. Now, little did I know that Shakil actually heard somebody call out his name, right? Called out his name, I think 2 or 3 times, and kudos to him, and he was the last one, right? So I was in front, AZ's behind me, trying to get all the content as possible. Not easy looking through a small viewfinder. And then we got Shakil that's at the back, and he's hearing this voice, this thing calling out to him. He doesn't say anything, and I can imagine, man, like the fear level, because you're the last one. It could be right behind him, and finally, after a freaking long time, we get past the boardwalk, and then now we're back in the nature trail, and we carry on. I'm getting really frustrated because I don't know where the heck we are. We get to this area where we start hearing birds, like a lot of birds, but they're all. It didn't come from the trees. It came from like the ground. And I was like, what the hell is going on here, man? But yeah, they were just making so much noise. Um, Now, of course, came more and more hiking. Okay, so the thing about being a paranormal investigator, right? No matter where we go, I always need, right? And I always need to know where is the nearest exit in case shit hits the fan. Bad things happen. Somebody gets possessed. Somebody gets attacked by entity, like how I was attacked at Kubur Qasim Cemetery in Siglap. I need to know what to do, where to go. Most importantly, get everybody out. Marvret, you asked what language? Well, it was in English. Okay, it was in English. And Roy, you say here, imagine being the last person in the group. Yeah, man. You know, it's not like you got space where everybody can walk together. Yeah, there was no way that was going to happen either in the nature trail um, or the boardwalk. Okay, so we got AZ. AZ is actually afraid of ghosts, but he's getting better, right? So I think that's why also Shakil didn't want to be like the second in that row. He wanted to be the last. You know, he really looks out for him. So that's awesome. And then so there was even more trekking, God forbid, and then we ended up, right? We ended up at the hut. Now, effectively says here, and that's Shakil, it was something that was mimicking Noel's voice, calling me from behind. And yeah, he was the last person. Yeah. So this happens a lot with demonic entities where they would mimic somebody's voice. So my mom, right? My mom used to hear my voice at home, and I wouldn't be home. Either I was in the army, or I'll be just out, and then she'll hear my voice and she'll think I'm home. And then because she hears my voice, she will panic, and then she'll start either calling me or messaging me, asking me whether I'm fine, because she thinks that, oh, did he get in an accident? Is he dead? And is he trying to communicate with me? But yeah, so it's happened so many times, and it's happened to other people as well. You know, not just that revolves around me, right? Because that's not how the world works. But other people have also claimed to hear like voices of their loved ones and all. But I feel it's a demonic entity because a normal ghost would not have the power to do something like that. Okay, so Zefe, you ask Gail who's going to handle the situation when someone gets possessed. That would be me, right? I'm actually have dealt with possession cases, never been on camera. It's what I do, like to give back to the community, so people do reach out when their home is been infested with a ghost or a demonic entity or someone's possessed. Okay, I'm just going to read one more comment here. Erie, you say, try maybe investigating Tampines Eco Garden or maybe Coney Island. Pasir Ris Park would be good too. Wow, okay. 3 locations. Pasir Ris Park, we've done. Suicide Tower. I don't know whether you're talking about Sungai Api-Api. Coney Island, not possible because they will lock the gate after, I think, 7 p.m. or 7:30, and then there's no way to get out. So if something bad happens there, oh my goodness, we're going to be in the news for the wrong reasons. Tampines Eco Garden, I'll try to find out more about it. Sana Flair says, hey, Uncle Noel. Oh, Eldon and Andre is here. Oh. Okay. I've not seen my nephews for a long time, so hello, guys. Okay, so let's talk about the hut. So the hut, well, when I saw the hut, I didn't want to stop, but we needed to change the camera of the main. No, we needed to change the battery of the main camera. Okay, so we had to stop there, and when we were okay, let me compose myself just for a bit. Yeah, so we stopped at the hut, and then everybody has their smokes out because all 3 of us smoke. Bad habit, by the way. If you guys don't smoke and you're young, please don't ever pick that up. So we were having a smoke, and I had the K2 meter still on, and then one of the two gentlemen saw the activity on it, and it was like, whoa, okay. It was right up to red, man. It was the highest it could go. So we decided, okay, since the camera battery has been changed, let's continue rolling. And then came all the activity that we experienced, that you guys saw in the investigation, where I was hearing footsteps, I was seeing so many shadows, and the meter was going crazy, right? And then came a part where I thought I heard footsteps, but then when I played back, when I was editing the episode, it was a voice, and I want you guys to listen to this voice now. Okay, watch the video, and you let me know what you think that this voice is.
If you like us to leave this place, give us a sign. No. I heard a bit of footsteps. Did anybody hear that? If you like us to leave.
Well, what do you think it was? I thought I heard it say trespass or something like that when I played it in reverse, right? I should have done that for the episode, but I didn't. But I did this for you guys who are watching Aftermath. What do you think it's saying, man? Let me know if I should play it one more time for you. Really? It's saying walk faster, or is it saying hantu? Walk faster? Huh. Okay, I'm gonna play it one more time, okay? You guys listen up. If you don't have your earbuds on or your headphones, just close one ear, put the phone to your other ear, and then listen.
If you like us to leave this place, give us a sign. No. I heard a bit of footsteps. Did anybody hear that? If you like.
So yeah, what I'm reading here on the comments is it says no, walk faster. Manfred, you say, or calling out to Noel. You say here Hantu. And another comment says, I heard walk faster. Sana Flair says, I heard run in reverse. Eerie, you says, it says no. Roy, you say either no or Noel. Eerie says run. Wow. Okay, so you guys are hearing a whole lot of stuff, man. Rahim, you say run in reverse. Yeah. So I have no idea, man. I want to put this out on TikTok, you know, just to see what people say about it, man. I want to read you all a comment that somebody left. To me, is interesting. So let me find the video and then I will read to you the comment. Okay, it's actually about our investigation that I thought was damn cool. Okay, there was somebody here that says we should investigate Spooner Road. So we will probably go there soon. Okay, this person chronicles of wow. All I know, he rides a bicycle. He says that the walk that we decided not to walk is the one that would lead us to the water grave. We were actually hoping to find the water grave, right? And he says here, from experience, is that there's an entity where the hut is. Trail runners have encountered it too early in the morning when they do their run. So he's encountered this as well. So this is the exact hut that we were at. And it always seems to follow from behind. And he says there's a path near the Julutong Tower that's also sinister. And the Julutong Tower is where a young man was found dead. Some army guys who have trained there before will know why, but he doesn't say here. Many years ago, oh, he does. He says many years ago, a mass Japanese grave was found near the path to Julutong Tower, and in this grave there were two pits in which they also placed World War II anti-aircraft emplacements. Okay, so yeah, that's what he says about the place. I don't know. Let me read this here. 6 minutes ago, Jada, she super chatted $3. Thank you so much. Okay, so once all that happened in the hut, right? Of course, I didn't hear this voice, but all I felt was his fear. And I hardly ever feel like this, man. Like anywhere I investigate, I don't. But I've experienced it maybe 2 other times in my life, and the other time was at Istana Woodnook, where we tried to summon a demon, right? And the demon showed up, so that was still okay. To me, like, it was okay. Everybody's freaked out because we could hear like metal chains being dragged. We could hear a lot of voices coming down the hallway. But I remember bringing up 2 ladies, Stalin, and what's the other lady's name? Oh God, I just had her name in my head. It's not Charlotte. Anyway, so I brought them up to this room on the second floor, right? And I had this immediate fear, like I need to get out, right? That's my body's EMF. We all have this, man, that we have to listen to when something bad is going to happen. So we had to get out. And I experienced the same fear at MacRitchie, very real, and I had to get out because not only do I have to look after myself, right? I'm not a saint, of course I want to look after myself, but I have these 2 gentlemen with me who don't deserve bad things to happen to them, all right? Both are going to get married soon. I don't need bad things to happen to them, so I need to get them out. And to make things even worse, like, I have no idea where it's out. All I know is where we are now, right? And I don't know where the nearest exit is. So Shakil was on his phone trying to get on Google Map, the reception there was horrible because you're in the middle of nowhere. And then finally he said, okay, let's just go straight, man. So we didn't turn right. If we did, as that user commented, we would have ended up at the water tomb, right? So we just went straight, and thankfully we came to the exit. I could see Lonnie Road. Oh my goodness, I felt really happy. So on the way out, as we were walking, right, Shakil, because he was the last one again, and he felt like pebbles and all being thrown at him. He felt his footwear being tugged. So, of course, that is scary, right? And something that the camera didn't pick up is that once we cut for the night, I did my closing, I went back down and I had this conversation with whatever that's there, and I told whatever that's there that wasn't cool. Like, I'm thankful that you didn't harm us, but I didn't appreciate that level of fear, and that I will come back one day. Right now that I know where the exit is, I do want to go back. So I feel that we need to go back to do part 2. We need to go back to that hut. We need to speak to whatever that's there and try to get whatever that's there to show itself. And then we take the boardwalk again, right? And we go and find this water tomb. And then I get to document that. That's what I really, really want to do. Yeah, so that was getting out, and then I remember just all of us being so tired, but then we had to walk all the way back, right, along the main road, thankfully, to the car park where the motorbike was. And Shakil, God bless him, man, he sent me back first, and I waited for him to pick up AZ and to meet us. And yeah, that was almost it for the night. AC stayed over at my house. He slept on the sofa. I slept on the floor, and I just didn't want to leave him alone, right? So as what Shakil says here, we usually do at least 6 to 8 hours of shoot. That is just the night shoot. It doesn't even include like what we shoot in the day. So it's very long hours. That there are groups that go out and shoot stuff for TikTok. It's just a mobile phone. They walk here, there, they stream live. That's so much easier to do, guys. But I've always put viewer first, right? So I picture or I imagine what you guys want to see. You guys want to see a polished product, like with proper editing and coloring and all that, compared to just mobile phone out in the middle of nowhere in the jungle, and then telling people, oh, I feel this, I feel that, but then it's just not polished. It's too raw for me. Like I can't do something like that. So putting this show together takes a lot of effort, not just from myself, from the team. And I'm so grateful that I have them. Marfred, you say maybe visit in the evenings to get a visual of how it looks in the day. Yeah, definitely. But you know what? We already have a visual of how MacRitchie looks in at night. So I guess we can just go in and just shoot part 2. I don't know when we'll do it, because in the next few days we're gonna do a special at Bukit Brown Cemetery. There, like we've been there a few times, right? But there are tombs, there are graves that I've never done anything at before. Well, not on camera at least. And I want to bring you on the viewer for this paranormal adventure to Bukit Brown Cemetery. So we're gonna do that in the next few days. Yeah. So that's what I have. The recap, the aftermath of MacRitchie. If you guys got any questions now, please ask, man. We can do the Q&A. I'm gonna just read the comments that I missed because I was talking. Nigel, you say that yes, Spooner Road looks creepy, even in the day. Yeah, man. There's so much. I've been reading up so much about Spooner Road. I'm gonna go to the library soon to see what else I can find about the place. But Spooner has got a lot of history, right, with the Malaysian KTM, and I've just found out that one of the blocks there, like one of the smaller buildings, I think it's just one story, used to be used as a makeshift mortuary. Whenever anybody gets run over by the train, which happened a lot apparently, because a lot of people would take their lives, or they would underestimate how fast the trains were going, so they would bring the bodies there to the mortuary. If the deceased is a Muslim, they'll bring the body there to wash up and stuff. So that's what I found out, that I found so interesting, man. Mr. CJXD1, you say Bukit Brown, there's a hiking spot there that I should check out. Where, bro? Where is this hiking spot? Please let me know. Star Jerry says run, run, run. Yeah, I maybe it's that, man. I don't know why, but I heard trespass. I'm gonna put this video up on TikTok soon, and just to see what those folks there have to say. If you guys have TikTok, could you please follow us? Because it'd be awesome. We just hit the 1,000 mark, which is awesome because we don't have a whole lot of videos there, but we seem to be getting a lot of love from those people that use the app. Margaret says one guy who stayed there was a prolific ghost storyteller. He passed away in Singapore. Oh, I know who you're talking about, man. The guy who streamed this thing on Facebook or YouTube, I can't remember, and then he went into Singapore River and he drowned. Yeah. Jude says Noel. Yes, Jude. Okay, so Q&A. Any guys, any questions that you want to ask me, please ask. You ask, oh wow, are you still with Gabby? No, sir. My divorce was just confirmed by the courts. Yeah. What a question to ask on the live stream. The link is the hiking place. Okay. So once again, Q&A. If you guys got any questions, please ask. I can also tell you that in the meantime, right, while you think of a question that you want to ask, hopefully not so personal, is that Haunted Hour is coming back. I just recorded an interview, so I just got to do the intro part and the segue, and we're going to talk about a haunted school. Yeah, that's what it's about. I don't want to give too much away. Yeah, so if you guys got questions about GFS or like how we come about in doing what we do, like please ask away. Yeah, if you guys can, if you want, right, please like and share this video. If you can share it on Facebook, will be great as well. If you want to become a member, and I'm still working on content for the members, it's $7 a month. You can't sign up through an iPhone, or you have to you won't see the join button, but the link is in the description. Okay, so just tap on that and then you'll be on your way. We also have got the link to buy me a coffee. The money goes directly to my team members. Yeah. Roy, you asked, have you been to Ubin, the haunted doll? Okay, so what you're talking about is the German Girl Shrine. In fact, the German Girl Shrine is now locked at night. And how I know this, because I was there, I think, last month with the Ghost Adventures team from USA. So we shot in Ubin. I signed an NDA, so I'm not even supposed to tell you that. Damn it! And it's a live stream, so I can't edit that out. Anyway. Oh, FML. Okay, so we will now talk about Pulau Ubin in general. Yes, I've been there like long time ago. German Girl Shrine is locked, by the way, so nobody can access the place at night. Ubin is an interesting place. I love it, man. I've been there hiking alone. I've been there with friends. It's always an experience. You never know what you're gonna come across. Jude, Noah, how about you try asking the ghost out by getting a resident Bomo to call out this ghost? Like, I don't want to do that because there are groups already doing that, and it's not something I agree with. But I do want to feature a Bomo in a documentary, right? So I'm gonna shoot with a Taoist medium on Saturday, and then I hope to cover other religions as well, that when they deal with the paranormal. So it could be a pastor or priest that deals with people that are possessed. So that's the mini documentaries that I want to work on. Would you go back to other old places that you guys investigate again with new ghost tech? Yeah, definitely. I met up with Billy, right? So Billy was in my season 3 team, and we had a long chat and we spoke about ghosts and all. And I said, yeah, there's not many locations anymore. He said, well, why don't you go back to the old ones, but you try new things, or you go back to areas that you have explored, but no, you go back to the same place, but to other areas of that location. And that's why we are going back to Bukit Brown soon, and we're gonna try new stuff there. And Alexander just reminded me about the NDA. Yeah, you guys heard nothing, man. Willie Ho, can ask other videos that you all when the Capel Hill Resort. Capel Hill. Okay, what's interesting about Capel Hill, right, is that I didn't feel like horrible from it. Okay, but there's one point, right, from the reservoir, the Capel Hill Reservoir, we had to trek up to the Japanese tomb. We all heard this gong, right? Gong, but it was not picked up on camera. It was really loud though, but it wasn't picked up on camera. And then the day after the shoot, Salim Hadi, who's this wonderful playwright and producer, he was on set with us. Salim fell sick, and he had this really bad cough for like 2 weeks, couldn't stop coughing, and it got really, really bad at night, right? And I got a cough, and I still have the cough till this day. I don't want to say it's paranormal related, but yeah, that is just something that happened from the Capel Hill episode. Marvin says, which day will Haunted Hour be on? I'm thinking that it should be on a Tuesday. That's what I'm thinking, because Thursdays is the day where we put our ghost investigation for our members, and then a week later it's for the general public. So I'm thinking Tuesdays, and it will be on Spotify, it will be on Amazon Podcast, it will be on Apple Podcast, it will be on YouTube. Yep. Fort Canning, Roy asked, what about Fort Canning? I want to go back. We did this in season 1, man. How many bloody years ago was that? But we did it, and I do want to go back there. Chris, Ghost Adventures came to Singapore to do an episode. Serious? Oh yeah, very serious. If you go to my Instagram, I've got a photo with the crew. Yeah, without Zach though. Zach was in the States, but I spoke to him and all. But yeah, he was just in the States. Jude says, then you get celebrities to appear in these places and see their reactions. I do, but I don't. I have another show, another series that I'm gonna do with celebrities. Yeah, it's in the works. Diaz says, good to see you back, cuz. Yes, cuz. Okay, Jude, St. John's Island, what about that? What do you think? St. John's Island is really, really haunted, and it's part of this season's list. Yes. So that, well, I think now, from where we stand, I think St. John's will be the season finale, right? So we're gonna build up funds for that, because we got to rent a place there, because we got to house the crew, right? Rain or shine, and we got to charter a boat to bring us there, and also a boat to bring us back, plus pay even more, just in case if something bad happens on the island and we need the boat captain to be on standby. Yeah, so that's going to cost more. So I'm going to build up funds for that. Yeah, man. Okay, so comments are all good. So yeah, what else can I tell you? I don't know if you guys got any more questions, because right now I think I've told you everything that I can tell you for this episode, and I also broke an NDA live. Natalia, he says, my scariest experience is my bank account. I looked at it and I get scared. I was dying. Oh, I know the feeling, man. I know the feeling. Oh, I do. Members only go, son. Sure, if you guys are up for it, I would love to, man. I would really love to bring you all on experience that you'll never forget. Willie, you say here. I remember I went to Capitol Hill Reservoir once alone at night a few years back. When I reached the reservoir, you were almost pushed down into the reservoir. Shit. Okay, I really, really think that you guys should never explore a haunted place alone, whether day or night, because a lot of stuff can happen, and if something happens, nobody's gonna know that you're there. Imagine if you get possessed, man, nobody's gonna know where you are. Yeah, it's just so dangerous. Like even for me, I always make sure that I have my team. At least if my team isn't with me when I'm doing my EVP, they are somewhere nearby, so they don't hear from me after a while. They will hopefully come and look for me. I know they will, because they love me. Would there be any live paranormal, Natalia? I don't know. Maybe. Okay. The thing about doing like a live ghost investigation is that the equipment needs to be really good. So it's not just the cameras, but it's the server that we have to bring on set, and we're talking about switchboards and all that. We can um, switch between the different takes and different cams, and yeah, so it's a very big project. I know of my counterparts in the US, right, because we're all part of this paranormal society for investigators, and they've done live stuff for cable television or US television, and it takes so much effort to bring you a live production that has minimal glitches, and then you don't really get a lot of activity, because you're also constrained by how far you can go. So you may think like, oh, I want to go down that hall, but you have all these cables and all to drag along. So yeah, it's a lot easier if we know that, okay, if it's a haunted house, then yeah, we can say, okay, this is where we're going to plot the cameras. Cameras, speaking of cameras, I've been having a lot of paranormal activity in this house, right? After I came out of retirement. So Salim Hadi that I mentioned earlier, he passed me this CCTV camera, which I put in my hall, and I sleep in my hall, right? I have a bedroom, but yeah, I just don't sleep in it. I don't see the point. So I sleep in the hall, and this camera has picked up like a lot of orbs. And what's interesting is that whenever the orbs fly towards me, like I will wake up, or I would be coughing in my sleep whenever the orb like zooms past my head. Yeah, so that's interesting. So I'm compiling all this. That so maybe after a week I'll put it on YouTube, right? Just so you guys can watch. Natalia, you asked, is there any chance that you guys would explore outside Singapore? Yeah, I really, really want to explore Malaysia like so bad. We came so close before COVID. I was supposed to do a television show where I traveled through Malaysia, but then COVID happened. Of course, a lot of things got cancelled. So that was one project. But I do want to visit Malaysia. There's so much to offer. I want to experience the culture, and also it's so much easier to get approval to shoot in a haunted location in Malaysia. In Singapore, it's so tough, man. It's a headache. So yeah, I definitely want to. Okay, I read this comment, but I'm not going to read out his name. But I don't mind collaborating with some groups. So there is one team in particular that I really, really like, and I want to bring them on an investigation. That's for sure. And just to prove, right, that no, not I don't have to prove anything to anybody, but um, when I did the shoot with Ghost Adventures, and I could bring someone, I brought someone from another paranormal group, right? And I've only met them once, and I brought them on the shoot, and I wanted him to get the experience and to even be on camera if he wanted to. So he did. He was game for it, and I think it was an awesome experience for him. Yeah. But like I said, like certain people I don't mind, because I watch work from other groups, and I know when I'm okay with them, like whether we can gel, because that's so important, right? And I'm very protective of my brand. Yeah, I don't want people to just be on it because they need more viewership. No, to me that doesn't work that way. Or yeah, let's put it that way, man. I'm just protective of my brand. You, Jude, you said Republic Plaza 2, Raffles Place, level 9 car park. I wonder what goes on there. People having sex in cars? And ding, 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 ding. Okay, I'm trying to read through. A lot of comments are just popping up. I think because my software hung for a bit. Jude, you say if you do explore in Malaysia, please team up with Faisal Rosie. Okay, I'll find out who that is, but I actually have an idea where I'll team up with Malaysian celebrity for every episode. Yeah, so that's what I've spoken to a producer about, and then we'll see where what happens with that. Natalia said go to Villa Nabila. Definitely. I'm gonna watch this movie that's about Villa Nabila later, I think, or tomorrow. You also say when you go to Malaysia, go to one of the Genting Highlands hotels. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I actually stayed in one of the Genting hotels, which was haunted as shit, man. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad because ex-girlfriend of mine got possessed in my bedroom, and I was there for a shoot. I was hosting this reality TV show, right? It's a game show. It's called Reality Showdown, and I spent like hours and hours on set, man. Every time I come back to the room, I just want to sleep because I only have a few hours before I'm up. I have to report for call time, memorize my script while I'm having my breakfast, So when I came back from my shoot, maybe about 2 a.m., yeah, she was sitting on my bed, cross-legged, and she was rocking on my bed. Yeah. And that was freaky, man. It didn't just freak me out, it freaked like the director and yeah, other folks out. Yeah, so yep, that's what happened to her. Marv, you say do live at Labrador Park or Api. Yeah, we see. Like I said, man, I'm so iffy about this live stream, unless I can get a mobile phone that has got night vision capabilities. I actually saw one recently, but I don't think the quality is good. Like to me, everything is about the quality has to be good. If not, yeah, I won't do it. Yeah, so Erie, you said the same thing. Why not explore Highland Towers, Malaysia? Okay. Fun fact about that is that it's now there's a construction going on, so they finally broke it down and stuff. Yeah, so Malaysia has finally decided to move on from that dark chapter. So kudos to them for doing that. Natalia, if one of your team gets possessed, what are your plans to handle such situations? Okay, so there is a process to this where it's speaking directly to the entity with zero fear and asking the entity what it wants and commanding the entity to get out. I do bring certain stuff that's always in my bag. I don't think I even showed the crew this, right? So it's stuff that has been blessed by various religions, and yeah, that's what I would say now. Okay, so it's a process which it takes time, like it's a lot of times it doesn't leave immediately, but when you're persistent enough and you've got faith in the higher power, it always works. Yeah, that's from experience. So that's what I'll do if any of them get possessed. But you know what? I've been doing this for so long. Nobody, man, in my team or that have attended any of my events, right? We've done walks at Labrador, right? We did this old bike event at Labrador. I've done corporate group walks. We've done public events at Bukit Brown and so many other places, and nobody's ever been possessed. And that's something that I'm very proud about. Yeah. Okay, how long have I been live for? 1 hour and 6 minutes. Okay. So if you guys don't have anything to say, Oh no, you don't have anything to say. What am I talking about? Noel, boy, come on, man, get your shit together. If you guys don't have any questions, I will wrap this up like soon, so I can have my dinner. Oh, Chris, what's the worst place you ever been to? Worst place? Wow, I've never looked at any of these places as the worst, like the worst place. Um, I would think maybe Pulau Ubin, because this Pulau Ubin has just got so much stuff going on, and the deeper you get, right, the worse it becomes. Yeah. So I remember, like, of all the places I've been to, the one that affected me the most, that took like weeks for me to recover, was was Pulau Ubin. Yeah, because a female entity followed me home, right, and was hell bent on making sure that I would dream of her every night. I wake up with high fever, and also I've written about this in my book. Yeah, so that's the worst. Roy, you asked, is selling salt in a cemetery real? I don't know, man. Like to me, everything's got to be facts and common sense, and I don't see how that could be a real thing. Like, why would this be real? In my mind, right? Like, how why would the dead buy salt? And um, and the thing is that when you see a ghost, it's not a physical presence, so they won't be able to pick up salt. Yeah, so I don't think this one is real. Um, Erie, you say what place makes you cry? Places that have a lot of deaths. I remember when I was in the Satika club, in Thailand, right? Oh, I broke down so bad after, and I did that like with somebody, right? And he had to leave, and I don't blame him because he's not a paranormal investigator. He was my hotel doorman, and I got him drunk so he will agree to follow me the next day, and which he did, and we're still friends to this day. I'm surprised he wants to be friends with me, but yeah, just so much deaths happened at that place. 66 people died. A lot of their souls are still there, and I heard the voice of this lady just when I was going to leave. I was wrapping up. I was doing my closing, and I heard a voice. Wow, camera cut. Wow, I cried, man, because it was just there's just so much sadness in the place, and none of those people deserve to die. Yeah. So certain areas when there's widespread death, yeah, that makes me really upset, and I can feel that negative energy, and a lot of times because I'm a very emotional person, so it gets the better of me. Jaina, thank you so much. Oh, you say here you are amazing. You gifted us $20. Thank you so much. Obi-Wan Kenobi, may the force be with you, brother. Sorry, I was stepping on my cable. When is your next upload? I will rush this for Thursday for the members. Yep. Next comment here. Seems like entities like to stay in secluded and forested areas. Yeah, definitely, for sure, man, for sure. I think most of the time entities just want to be left alone, and if you are in the forest area, then obviously you would be alone, right? So I think that's why. And they also say that trees contain spirits. Natalia, is the Kim K still roaming around? Kim K? What Kim K? Kim Kardashian? Wanana Banana says, I missed the first part. Will this be up as a video after live stream? Yep, definitely it'll be up. Although I wish I can remove one part of the video, but it's okay. I know all of you guys are not going to say anything to anybody, right? Okay. Natalia, you're on a roll here, man. Have you ever experienced getting to communicate with one of them and they asked you for help but you couldn't? Yeah. I don't have that ability. I feel that I can talk to them and guide them to move on, but a lot of times they cannot because of the amount of sorrow that death has caused, you know, so they can't move on. They're still waiting for the loved ones, you know, they're stuck in that time lapse. So that one is tough, tough to deal with, because I wish I can do more, but I am only human, you know. Another comment here. I want to read out your name, but I can't read Mandarin, man. Will the ghosts or demons enter people's homes and offices when the land saturation of home, office, condo is at the extreme? I guess so, because we always have cases of ghosts entering people's homes. And I have a rule, right? I help when somebody approaches me. I will help if there's a child involved or an elderly person, or I know that a family, you know, the harmony has been torn to pieces by an entity that's always demonic. Then I would help, you know. So yeah, I get a lot of requests for me to go and help people out, and I always do. Like I said, but there's certain conditions, and it's not like an entity that's always been there. It's an entity that just roams into the house, yeah. And then to get it to leave, those that roam into the house, to get them to leave is a lot easier than an entity that's been there since day one, and then the person moves in. Yeah, those are tough. Roy, you say here, and this is a nice comment, man. Just to let you guys know, I'm so grateful for what you have done so far. Thank you so much, Roy. It means a lot. It really does. Mr. CJXD1, you asked what you guys plan to do for this Halloween. I actually had plans, right? But the government needs to help me with my plans, right? So I've been trying to speak to them, but you know how it is. Even if you don't, it's okay. But yeah, I do have plans. Marv, you say, oh, Natalia, Kim K is Kakak Pontianak. Okay, so what was your question again? Oh, is the Pontianak still roaming around? I don't believe in the existence of the Pontianak, right? I need to see it to believe it. So I know that demons exist because I've seen. I know child ghosts exist because I've seen. Soldier ghosts I've seen. But I've never seen a Pontianak, right? And I've been waiting. I've been going to all the places where they say the Pontianak exists. So I don't believe the Pontianak exists. But I do believe it's really negative energy, dark energy that can manifest and become your worst fear. So maybe that's why I've never seen her, because I don't fear her. I want to see her. I keep calling her out. Yeah, so that's why I think. What else? Marv, you said go to industrial areas in Kranji. Yeah, I would love to, but I need the approval from the building management. Yeah. What do you say? Have you ever thought of revisiting Kubo Kasim? Actually, I have those. So I did homework on that for this year, and the gate is now locked at night. Yeah. And the caretaker of the cemetery does not like me because he's watched my old episode. Yeah, I don't blame him. Azhar Jamil says, hi, I'm new. Welcome, newbie. Saifuddin, you say adventure to Sentosa Island for Canning Park or Botanic Gardens? Sentosa, no, because the management has spoken to me before, and they have told me that they don't want me to do anything on the island, which I have to listen to, right? Because I don't need any more legal problems. Fort Canning Park is now on the agenda. Botanic, well, I got to speak to Ann Parks about that. I don't know how they'll feel, but I do know of a abandoned house that's in Botanic Gardens. I know exactly where it is, but I don't know whether I can go there. Jude, you said, why do you go on a long break after the 2 Bomo episodes? One is to recover, and 2 is I was going to settle down, and I was going to get married, and also I just didn't want anything else to mess around with my personal life. Yeah. So that was why I stopped. But now that I'm no longer married and I live alone, so I said, why the hell not? Anything can follow me back home. You know, if it wants to, come lah, right? So yeah, that was my thought process behind it. Another comment here, Sembawang Park, there's a weird feeling there. Yeah, man, Sembawang Park, I mean, I've been to Kampong Wak Hassan so many times, and Sembawang Park is It's just slightly further up, and there's dark history regarding Sembawang Park. So I'll speak more about it if we ever shoot there. Marv, you say you believe that you saw the Hantu Gala along BKE. That's interesting though. I've seen a video, this was years ago, of a Pontianak climbing up a HDB flat. So I don't know how real that was, but back then, like CGI didn't exist. So to me that's interesting. Natalia says that the Pontianak is the entity that's scared to show themselves to medium people. People who can communicate and dare to show themselves. Yeah, that could be true. Diaz, you ask, can you still enter the Japanese cemetery at Private Avenue? Also, no, the cemetery is closed in the evenings. Erie, you say that investigate my primary school toilet at level 3. Which primary school are you talking about? Because I just read up earlier today about a primary school, or I don't know whether it's a primary school, but it was a school in Singapore on the 4th floor. The toilet light is always left on in the female toilet because a student, female, took her life in that toilet. I think it's Loyang Secondary School, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, and then Shakil says that I always have him to disturb my peace at home. Yeah, man. I'll see you tomorrow, bro. Star Jerry says a lot of Pontianaks at Sembawang. Yeah, so I guess if we ever do another thing at Sembawang Park, we will revolve this around the Pontianak. That's for sure. Wadi Adventure TV says, I've heard about delivery riders being confused somewhere around Sophia Road. They went in the area but have difficulties in finding an exit. Kind of weird there. Okay. I'll find out more about Sophia Road. Is this Mount Sophia or is it Sophia Road? I'm really bad with road names. Really, really bad. Saifuddin says that I should go to Mandai T15 area. Is this a military area? Because it sounds so familiar. If it's a military area, then no can do, bro. I'll get in a lot of trouble with MINDEF, and the fact that I work with MINDEF now, it's not something that I should risk. But T15, does sound like a military area. Ari Ravi, in my opinion, where in Singapore is most definitely haunted? I would say Pulau Ubin, tops, but then you talk about mainland, Changi area. This is just based on a lot of the hauntings in Singapore is based on what happened during the Japanese occupation, as you guys already know if you watch my content. And Changi experienced a lot of that, so you don't just talk about Old Changi Hospital. You talk about the beach area, you talk about the roads. It's there's just so much bad things happened there during the Japanese occupation. So therefore, to me, Changi would be the most haunted place in Singapore, right? You talk about mainland, right? And then so you get to Changi, you explore all that, and then you take the bumboat, and then you get to Ubin. Yeah, another haunted area. Wadi, your other comment is another thing. In one of your previous episodes covering Bukit Batok Park, seems like nothing concludes, but I still think there's something there. Yeah. That's the thing, man. Bukit Batok is another place that is just that park area, right? There's just so much negative energy. I brought people there, right? Like, not to shoot stuff for GFS, but to show them the place, and they're very sensitive with energy. And there's even one person that didn't want to get out of the car. We were at the car park because he said, no, this place is just bad. There's just so much negativity that surrounds the place. Roy says, it's kind of sad because many areas of interest are cordoned off. Yeah, exactly right, man. It's not easy to do what I do here with all the restrictions, but we always try our best to work around it. Yeah. Mr. CJXD1, you say, wish you guys, what the hell's happening to me? Wish you guys can go to Category Hill. Well, we did drive by the other day. You know, there was one night, Izzy and Shakil were at my place, and then we were just chilling, and then we were like, hey, this was Shakil's idea. It was like, hey, why don't we rent a car and then we go to Bukit Brown Cemetery, just check it out. And then so we did. And then after that, we detoured. We went to Caldecott Hill, where MediaCorp used to be, and there's this huge construction going on now where they've broken down almost everything, right? That's how fast things move in Singapore. Like places like that where the commercial value is really high, land doesn't stay vacant for long. And Chris, you're right, man. Don't trespass, because I've been I've been charged for trespassing before, and I was given final warning by SPF. So I know, like, the next time I do that, I will be in prison. So it's not something I want to do. Like, you know, I can't imagine being in prison and they ask me an email, ask me, oh, what's your offense? And then I go like, I trespass into this place, and then he will go like, oh, I'm here for manslaughter. Yeah, so bragging rights, no, man. Oh, Saifuddin is saying Mandai T15 is a hiking area. Okay, let me find out more about this. What do you say? Bukit Brown for me is the most haunted area. Give it a skip. Yep. I think if you don't need to be there, like, don't be there, man. Jude says Lorong Halus, maybe. Erie says your grandfather every weekend brings you to go and find ghosts while driving at night at Thompson area where F1 used to be. Oh, okay. That area, that road, right? So I grew up in the area. My mom still lives there at Casuarina. So that road itself is closed, so you can't go in at night anymore. The barriers are down. But what you're talking about is the Devil's Bend, right? And as kids, we used to cycle past the area every day. We hear so many stories about how haunted the place is, but of course we are there in the day. Yeah, but I know exactly where you're talking about. Chris, you say that the other place would be Lower Pierce Reservoir. Yep, I grew up in Lower Pierce Reservoir. In my teenage and adult life, I spent almost every night there, man. I would chill there alone. Jana, you asked what's for dinner. Actually, I have no idea. I'm so freaking hungry. Yeah, so I'm gonna grab dinner soon. If Shakil's around, I'll see him downstairs. But then I think he's with Natalia. Lim Chu Kang area, that's a possibility. A lot of construction is going on now. There's a huge chunk of of graves that have been exhumed, not just the Buddhist, the Hindu, but also the Muslim graves, right? So all this I'm in that area a lot for army exercises. If you guys know where MUTF is, yeah. So we see all this construction going on. It's crazy, man. There's just so much going on in that area. Natalia, you say I would suggest going to places where there are murders. Definitely open, not restricted. Yep. Who knows, their souls will communicate, share weapon. Yeah, I would love to as well. There's this spot, in Lim Chu Kang, where there was this high profile case. I can't remember his name or the lady's name, but he tried burning her body, the spot. So I don't know whether I can access that area now, but the burn mark is still on the floor. So on the road, sorry. So I would love to do something there. Erie says nice water bottle. Hey Erie, just asking, man, how old are you? Like, and you didn't tell me which primary school you're from. Effectively, with Shakil, he says a lot of eerie old roads in Singapore. Maybe in the future we plan to do one featuring top 3. Yeah, Neo 2 could be one of them. Old Tampines Road must be in the top 3. Because there's just so many stories that have come out from that place. Yeah, from Old Tampines Road. Alice, you asked, would I consider doing haunted houses investigation with the owner's permission? Yes, definitely. So if you know somebody who lives in a house that has ghosts, please let us know. But the only thing, right, is that we would have to have the house to ourselves for at least 4-5 hours, just so that we can rule out any cross contamination with audio, with video. Okay, so if you know somebody, at least please let us know. Roy says YouTube is sealed off, but it's interesting. Uh, I actually have an interesting story to share. I was there a few months ago, and I cannot tell you what I was doing, but I was on the third floor, army exercise going on, and I walked into a unit, and for the corner of my eye, I see somebody like dash across the room, and then I go like, okay, and then I walked into where the toilet area is, and then when I looked down, I saw like a pair of feet, right, and it was like all gray, like very very light gray, yeah, and then I like the nails and all were pale, and I turned around, it was gone, right, so that was my experience at Neo Teo. Yeah, Chris, you asked burnt body case. Yeah, it was at Lim Chu Kang. Let me try to bring this up. Yeah. Yeah, so it was the Gardens by the Bay murder. Let me share screen. So yeah, this is on Channel News Asia. It says here a man accused of murdering his lover at Gardens by the Bay in 2016 and dumping her body in Lim Chu Kang, where he burnt it for days. He claimed trial, but then he got life imprisonment. So he strangled 31-year-old engineer Ya Chia. His name is Leslie. He's 50 years old. He accused his lover for about a year to silence her, and no, he's accused of killing his lover for about a year to silence her, as she had threatened to expose his lies about his relationships and bogus investment schemes. Yeah. So he put the body in. It was in the front passenger seat. He lowered the seat. Then he covered the body with laundry bags, and then over here. And he bought charcoal and kerosene from two shops along Kranji Road, and he burned Miss Tree's body under a metal canopy in Lim Chu Kang, right? And this metal canopy that they're talking about is from a lorry. So this metal canopy is still there, right? And the burn mark is still on the floor. So he returned to the location a few more times between July 12 and July 14 to replenish the charcoal and kerosene to ensure that the body was burning well. Yeah. And then at one point, he dragged the half-burnt body into a drain so that it will continue to burn away from sight. Yeah, so that is the case that I was talking about. I don't know whether they will have it. Yeah, so this is what. Holy crap! What did I do? Yeah, I don't know whether you guys can see this. So this is the canopy that they were talking about. He burned her body under this. Okay. And I don't know why there's fish here. Okay, so let me go back to the live stream. Okay. Yeah, so that was the case. So this road is still there. Okay, what do you say? How do you overcome cases where you're being followed home by these entities? Usually I don't, like, now I don't do anything. I do pray, and I do ask for protection, and I do talk to whatever that's here, and I say that I ask them to leave, and I try to be as polite as possible about it. But I know that they're here, which is okay for me, I guess. Eerie, you says you're 14 years old. Oh wow, you're 14 years old and your granddad brings you out to look for ghosts in his car. That's pretty cool. You're Sec 2 now, but your primary school is Gongshang. I don't know where that is. Okay, let me finish this up. Woodlands Waterfront Park. Yeah, that's in our list. That's actually in the show notes. that I shared with the crew before we started production this year. Yeah, it's in there. Jude says, remember Kranji Resort? Yeah, no, it's not D Resort. D Resort is Pasir Ris, but I know the resort in Kranji. Raintree Hotel, yeah, possibility, but no, Raintree is another venue that reached out to me to ask me to not go there, and they were really nice about it. Um, and I said, okay, but I can't promise that other people won't go looking for ghosts, you know. Mm, Shakil is trying to school me. It's fine. Uh, and then some of the what he says, some of these entities are hard to get rid of and need expert to help get rid of them. Any particular idea to prevent these entities from following us home? Well, you know what? Depends on your religion, right? You could get something that protects you, right? And that usually works for most people. I'm gonna see this Taoist medium on Saturday, and I'm gonna ask him whether he's got any advice for what I should put in my house. Um, yeah, so let's see. Saifuddin, have you seen the picture that I sent you at Facebook about MacRitchie? Which picture are you talking about? Is it the one that you circled? Zeph Fei, you say, how about Kallang River body parts? Yeah, that could be done. That could be done. I really want to do something at Golden Mile, which is really nearby, right? To one of the spots where one of her remains was found. I think was her arm that was found in that location. So yeah, I would really love to visit Golden Mile, but I don't know how to do that yet. Really, you said to you, take Y Park connector behind Stagmont Camp is also a bit haunted. Yeah, I've heard about that as well. Um, Mr. CJXD1, you say we should do more chit chat live sessions. Yeah, for sure, man. So this aftermath is it's gonna be when I put the videos out for the public, right, for the ghost investigation. We will do these chats on a Sunday. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, I've been live for an hour and 34 minutes. Okay, so maybe I'll take like two more questions, and then I gotta wrap this up. I gotta go eat. I'm hungry. Ari, uh, have you heard of the haunting case of Raysan Ace of Spooner Road? He was the person. Oh, passed away. Yeah. Um, I just know that Spooner Road is very haunted. I know somebody that's living there now. Um, the reason why I'm so apprehensive about visiting the place is that there's at least two blocks in Spooner Road that's used by a women's society, and they're housing women that have got no homes, right? So I don't want to infringe on that private space. I don't want to be a nuisance in their neighborhood. So I don't mind visiting like the forest area or what, but I would never go to the blocks because I feel that these women have already been through so much. Why even add to it, you know? Yeah. So that's my thoughts of it. Um, Raysan, I've I only know about him because somebody mentioned him to me, but yeah, other than that. Uh, Rahim, you said that Golden Mile closed down. Yeah, that's why I want to visit the place now because it's closed down and there should be like no activity in the building. So it'd be perfect to shoot. So I just need to speak to either the building management or the contractor that's going to be in charge of demolishing the place. Yeah, so we get to do that before it closes down. Erie said, why not explore Tampines Junior College? Because it's closed and we need approval for everything. So that will be under SLA. And SLA is not, they don't like anything paranormal related. So I know for a fact they will say no. Um, when is the members only live stream? Next week? Next week we can definitely do that. But yeah, you guys can suggest like what you want to talk about, and then we'll definitely do that. Okay, the members only live stream will be next week. Roy says, see you soon, Noel and guys. Yep, see you soon. Jada, you say bak chor mee. Huh, I don't feel like having bak chor mee. I don't even know what to eat. We right, you say double McSpicy. Sounds like a plan. Wadi, thank you so much, and all you guys, man. All you guys for being so awesome in the live stream, for watching my my paranormal investigations, to supporting the brand new team that we have for this year. Yeah, you guys are great. Natalia says, "Oh, you guys eat Big Mac." Now I know who you are. Or chicken rice. There's no chicken rice in this area, man. Ayam Penyet also don't have. I live in Ang Mo Kio Avenue 4, by the way. Yeah. All right, so that's it for this live stream. Once again, guys, thank you. To my nephews, Eldon and Andre, I love you, and I miss you guys so much, and I hope you guys are well. Okay? Reach out on social media, or text me if you still have my number. Okay. My name is Noel Boyd. I'm signing out. Once again, thank you for watching the very first live stream of Aftermath. I loved all the questions that have been popping up. I'm so thankful, man. I'm so thankful that I've got supporters like you guys, and for all the folks that have been super chatting and contributing money, man. It goes into the production of this thing that I love so much. Right? It's my calling. Doing this is really my calling. If you'll have the means, sign up as a member for the YouTube channel. The link is in the description. If you'd like to buy us a coffee, the link is also there. I will thank you all when I do my next live stream. I can do my shout out. Okay, so Rahim, you says, good night, brother. Come down to your spot to have chicken rice. Tell me where your place is, bro, and I'll be there. I'll bring the team down as well, for sure. I promise you. I miss you, bro, and I want to see you soon. All right, guys. Good night, and take care, and have